Welcome to Smex Ed. Class is in session.
I'm your host, Amanda King, and I'm here to teach anybody who wants to fucking listen how to have the audacity to say fuck it to societal standards and live their most authentic life. This podcast is dedicated to bringing the sexual conversations we have behind doors onto the main fucking stage. Because sex, masturbation, squirting, guess what? It is all normal. And by bringing these conversations to the forefront, we help people feel less alone in this world. We help them feel safe. We help them gain their power back. We help them step into their confidence and express themselves sexually in this world unapologetically. Because it takes fucking audacity to be your truest self. And we have a boatloads of audacity all up in this bitch. So let me ask you this. Are you ready for some epic shit?
Interested in having anal sex, but you've never had it before? Here are my top 3 toy recommendations for anal stretching. Anal stretching is the slow process to stretch out the anus muscle in order to be able to take in something large, like genitalia. With anal sex, we never want to go from never having penetration to having full penetration. And when people do this, this leads to a lot of people disliking anal sex because they rush it way too quickly. The anus is a muscle. Just like you go to the gym and work a muscle to get stronger, we have to work that muscle. And that's where anal stretching comes in. When you're first practicing anal stretching, I highly recommend using your fingers. And I know this sometimes can gross people out, so I have other solutions as well. First thing you need to do is just take one finger and lubricate it really well with either a water-based or a silicone-based lubricant. Then you're gonna lubricate all around your anus. And you're gonna start sticking your finger into your anus slowly, an inch at a time, in order to ensure that you don't hurt yourself. Now, the key to accepting something into your anus is as you're pushing in, you wanna push your anus out, almost like you're having a bowel movement. This will help your finger or whatever you're inserting in there get in there a little bit easier. But we work 1 inch at a time, pulling in, coming out. You do this until you can fully insert your finger inside your anus. Now, if you're like, there's no way I'm shoving my finger up my ass, I got you. Here are 3 different toys that you can use if you are interested in anal play. All of these kits are from Too Timid. I'll link them below. For my beginners, I always recommend the Rose Kit by Too Timid because it is one of the smallest anal plug kits that they offer. As you can see with anal plug kits, they vary in size, getting bigger length and girth. Make sure when you are purchasing an anal plug kit that it has a stopper. Never shove any toy up your butt that does not have a stopper because your butt can fully absorb the toy. The stopper prevents that from happening. So we're gonna take the smallest toy in the kit. You are going to lubricate the toy with a water-based lubricant, not a silicone-based lubricant. If you're using your finger, you can use either, but with toys, we always do water-based lubricants because silicone-based lubricants can degrade the toy over time. Now, just like we did with your finger, we're going to lube the toy and lube around your anus. Now, these toys have this tapered top. This helps for easier insertion because it gets bigger as you insert it. So literally, you're just gonna take the tip and you're gonna try to stick it inside of your anus. Now, if you feel any pain, you stop immediately. Will it feel a little uncomfortable at first? Yeah, it's a new sensation that your body is not used to feeling. So it might be a little uncomfortable, but if we ever feel any sharp pain, we stop immediately. Didn't mean to yell at you there. I just want to make sure that we're all doing this as safe as possible. So we go a little bit in, we pull it out. A little bit in, we pull it out. We continue to do this during our session, either solo or partner session, until we can fully insert the entire smallest anal plug. Now, this may take a few sessions. You may not be able to get this whole thing inside of you your very first time. And that is perfectly okay, perfectly normal, perfectly safe. And we are focusing on safety here to make anal play pleasurable rather than painful. So it may take you 4, 5, 6 sessions to fully insert this toy inside of you. Once the toy can sit inside of you comfortably for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, that is when you move up to the next size and then repeat the process. Once you are able to get the largest toy inside of you and keep it inside you, once again, for a 10-minute duration, then you are ready for genitalia. Look at the size difference between the smallest and the largest. This is a big jump. So we want to make sure we're doing this really gradually so that your anus gets stretched out, doesn't cause any tears or anything. And also, as far as becoming stretched out, your anus can stretch out in order to accommodate a genitalia. Now, when you pull any type of plug out or genitalia, you do it super duper slow. You never want to yank anything out of your anus. Now, when it comes out of your anus, it may feel a little loose at the beginning, maybe for about a half hour. Then your muscle is going to retract back to its normal shape. So if you stick something really large up there, it's not like your anus is going to stay open the entire time. It's not going to make you looser. These are all fear-mongering myths that are put out in society to villainize anal play. You will feel a little loose at first, but then eventually you will come back to normal. Now, this is another kit from Too Timid that's a little different looking. As you can see, this anal plug kit is a little larger in length than the roses one. So depending on what you're looking for, if your partner is maybe girthier, go with the roses. If your partner is a little bit thinner and longer, go with one of these anal plug kits. Now this one I think is a little bit more expensive than the rose kit, but this is a good one. Like I said, if your partner has a longer, thinner genitalia, I would get this one. They do jump up in size a lot larger than these three. So that's why if you look at them side by side, I always say for my beginners, go with these. And then if you can handle these, maybe jump up to these. And then this is the last kit that I recommend. This is actually a 4 anal plug kit. I think this is about $30 and it's like the same shape as the other one, except for it's a bit thinner. So as you can see, the tapered end is a lot thinner and the body is a lot thinner. Once again, if your partner's genitalia is longer and thinner, this may be the way you want to go. Whatever anal stretching kit you use is up to your personal preference. Take your time, look at the difference in them, see which one will work for you and your partner best or just yourself. Remember, anal stretching takes some time, but that time is well spent and worth it in the end when you are able to have penetrative anal sex without any pain and or discomfort.
Thank you so much for listening to Smex Ed with Amanda. And some parting words for you today. Remember this, no matter how hard society pushes you down, no matter how many times you fall, as long as you get the fuck back up, they can never stop you. You are unfuckable with. You will win. Don't allow this world to dictate how you show up in it. Don't allow society to make you bend the knee. Instead, make them bend theirs. And don't forget, if you like what you heard, go on to iTunes and Spotify and leave your girl a review. Until next time, my beautiful people.